Hello, you guys. This is it. Chapter 10, Lesson 7, the last video for pre-algebra, new video of the year. Congratulations, you guys.
Congratulations, you guys. Well done and finish strong.
Okay, you guys, so let's talk about volume of prisms and cylinders. So we're going to get the volume using this formula right here. The area of the base times the height of the prism or cylinder. So take a look at this triangular prism. I shaded the base blue, and then I drew the triangle here. And so we would just get the area of this triangle and multiply it by the height. If I wanted the volume of this rectangular prism, I shaded the base blue and I drew it here, the rectangle. So I would get the area of this rectangle and multiply it by the height of the rectangular prism. Okay, take a look at example 1. Let's say I want to find the volume of this triangular prism. I shaded one of the triangles blue and then I drew the base over here. So you can see that the bottom edge of the triangle is 12 and the height of the little triangle is 5. So I drew that right here. So first I would get the area of the triangle by doing 1/2 times the base edge of the triangle times the height of the triangle. So 1/2 times 12 times 5. And then I have to multiply it by the height of the prism. And that the height is how far apart the triangles are from each other. And that's 20 inches. So when you substitute that in, 1/2 times 12 is 6. And 6 times 5 would be 30. And then 30 times 20 would give me 600. So it's 600 inches to the third power. Remember, volume is always units to the third power. Are you going to say congratulations, kitty kitty? Say congratulations because this is our last video. Okay, take a look at the volume of a cylinder. So I shaded the base blue and I drew the circle over here. And the radius is just r. So the base area would be pi times the radius squared. And then if I wanted the volume, I'd have to multiply it by the height of the cylinder. So that's over here. The volume is the base area times the height, or in this case, because it's a cylinder, pi times the radius to the second power times the height. Okay, I want to do example 2, finding the volume of the cylinder, but I'm going to change their directions. We're just going to find the volume, so you can cross out capacity in gallons and put volume of the recycling bin over here. Okay, and you can cross out all this other stuff. We're not going to round. We're going to be exact. So let's shade the base blue and draw the circle over here. And notice that they gave us the diameter was 20. So we need the radius for area. So if the diameter is 20, remember the radius would just be 10. So that's what I put here in my picture. So the base area is pi times the radius to the second power. So that's pi times 10 to the second power. Well, 10 to the second power is 100. So this is just 100 pi. And remember, leave pi alone until the very end. And so now I'm going to use my formula. Volume equals a base area times the height of the cylinder. Well, the base area was 100 pi. I put that here. And the height of the cylinder is 32 inches. So I put that there. Well, 32 times 100 gives me 3,200 times pi. And now you can go ahead and multiply. 3,200 times 3.14 would give you 10,048 inches to the third power. So that's the volume of this cylinder. Okay, so let's do the checkpoint together. We're going to find the volume of the prism or cylinder, and they say round to the nearest whole number. You can cross that off. We're going to be exact. All right, take a look at number 1. This is a rectangular prism. So I shaded the base blue and I drew it down here. So the length is 13 meters and the width is 5 meters. So the area of this rectangle would just be 13 times 5, which is 65. And then I use my formula for volume. Volume equals the area of the base times the height of the rectangular prism. And so this would be 65 times the height, which is 6, and that would give me 390, and then don't forget to label it. Volume is meters to the third power. Okay, take a look at number 2 for the cylinder. I'm going to shade the base blue, and then I drew the circle over here, and I labeled it. Notice how they gave us the radius, so I put the radius of 5. So now I get the base area equals pi times the radius squared, so that would be pi times 5 to the second power. 5 to the second power is 25, so just leave it as 25 times pi. We'll multiply pi at the very end. And so now let's put it in the formula. Volume equals the base area times the height of the cylinder. So that would be 25 pi times 11. And so I just did 25 times 11 is 275, and I brought down the pi. And the very last step is multiply 275 by 3.14, and you'll get 863.5 cubic feet, or feet to the third power. Okay, now example 3 is super cool. Look at this, the volume of a solid. Now this solid shown is composed of a rectangular prism, see in the middle that rectangular prism, and 2 half cylinders. So they took a cylinder and they cut it in half and they put it on either end. They want us to find the volume. So if you're comfortable using the formula, this is really pretty easy, even when the shapes get complicated like this one. Shade the base, the whole base, blue, okay? And then I'm going to draw it over here. So the base is a rectangle, and then there's a little half circle on either end. And then I labeled it. It was 6 meters across, and they told me that the diameter of the circle was 4. So I, imagine there's 4 there. So now we're going to find the area of the base. So the area would be a rectangle, and then half a circle plus half a circle makes a whole circle. So the base area is the area of the rectangle plus the area of a whole circle. So the area of the rectangle is just 6 times 4, so I put that there, and then I put a plus, and the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Well, if the diameter of the circle was 4, the radius would only be 2, so that's pi times 2 to the second power. Well, 2 to the second power is just 4. So 6 times 4 is 24 plus, and then 4 pi. Well, I multiplied pi times 4, and then I added that to 24, and I got 36.56. And now I'm going to use that. So the volume equals the base area times the height of this prism. So that would be 36.56 times the height. You'll notice how far the bases are apart is 3 meters. So times 3. And so 36.56 times 3 is 109.68. Oops, and that should be meters to the third power. I better fix that right now. I'm going to fix that, fix that, fix that. So that's meters to the third power. Whoops, I got to get a different pen. Sorry, you guys, just 1 second. Okay, so it's meters to the third power. Volume is always meters to the third power. There, I fixed it. Okay, so for the movie clue, why don't you tell me your favorite part of chapter 10? What was your favorite part? Was it finding the volume, or finding the surface area, or just finding the area of simple two-dimensional shapes? Just tell me your favorite part and put it on this page. Okay, thanks.